Your body is a channel of manifestation, but 3 forgotten centers still hold back its power. There are moments when everything seems to conspire against you. The synchronicities stop, the signs disappear, and the doors that once opened begin to feel heavy. You sense that something, on a deep level, is blocking the flow that should be shaping your reality. You strengthen your practices. You visualize. You meditate. You connect. But even so, the energy you send out seems to lose its strength along the way. What you are seeking remains distant, as if a vibrational fog is surrounding your field. This is a sign of internal misalignment, not of the mind, but of the body. As long as the vibrational axis of your being is blocked, no mental technique will be able to sustain consistent manifestation. Your body is not just a vessel of consciousness. It is the very foundation of the field you project. Every cell, every breath, every heartbeat contributes to the frequency that resonates in the quantum space. That is why it is vital to understand that manifestation does not happen only through what you think. It is born from the integrated vibration of body, mind, and field. At the center of this dynamic, 3 vibrational portals operate in silence: the sacral center, the thymus, and the diaphragm. Together, they form an invisible axis that shapes the architecture of your field. When blocked, they create fragmentation and noise. When awakened and aligned, they transform your body into a channel of coherent manifestation. Today, you will learn how to awaken this hidden triad and activate a new level of vibrational power. There is a reason why so many manifestation practices do not generate the impact you expect. It is not that they are wrong, they simply overlook the vibrational foundation that supports your entire field. The hidden architecture of manifestation does not begin with thought, nor with emotions. It begins with a vibrational axis that organizes how your energy circulates and projects into the quantum space. This axis is not abstract. It lives within you, in your body, anchored in 3 forgotten centers: the sacral center, the thymus, and the diaphragm. When this triad is fragmented, your intentions collide with an unstable field. Even with great effort, you experience a cycle of progress and setbacks, moments of great openness followed by unexplained stagnation. Now, imagine the opposite, a body in vibrational alignment, where creative energy flows freely. The heart projects a field of pure coherence, and the breath keeps the axis in perfect harmony. In this state, manifestation becomes natural. This is not a new concept. Masters of inner alchemy understood the importance of the body as a pillar of creation. Thoth, in his Hermetic teachings, spoke of the correspondence between inner and outer planes, and of how the body must vibrate in unison with higher consciousness. Today, neuroscience and field physics are beginning to uncover what the ancients already knew intuitively: that the body is the hidden key that transforms intention into tangible reality. In this video, you will learn how to unlock and activate this vibrational triad, and you will see how a simple internal realignment can amplify your power of manifestation in a measurable and profound way. In ancient times, those chosen to access the inner circles of wisdom understood a principle that the modern world has almost forgotten. The reality you experience is only a reflection of the vibration you emit. And this vibration does not arise from the mind alone. It is anchored in the body, which serves as a living bridge between the invisible and the material plane. In the emerald tablets attributed to Thoth, the scribe of the gods, this understanding is preserved, not only in the famous phrase, "as above, so below," but in every symbol and veiled line. True manifestation requires total alignment between the inner and outer planes. between the quantum field and the subtle biology. In the mystery schools of Egypt, the chosen ones were not taught to manifest through willpower alone. They were prepared to become conscious channels of resonance. Their bodies were tuned like living instruments, capable of vibrating in perfect harmony with the creative forces of the universe. Within these teachings, 3 centers were considered essential portals: the sacral center, the source of life force and creative energy; the thymus, guardian of the heart's electromagnetic field; and the diaphragm, regulator of the breath of life and the vertical energy flow. These practices were preserved in traditions such as inner alchemy and Taoism. Today, science is beginning to decipher what the ancients knew through direct experience: that manifestation only becomes complete when body and consciousness vibrate in coherence. Now, you will have the opportunity to reclaim this knowledge and to feel in your own body the impact of an awakened vibrational axis. What your vibrational field transmits is not an abstraction. It is a physical, measurable emission, and science is increasingly proving this. Studies conducted by the HeartMath Institute have revealed that the heart generates a dynamic electromagnetic field that extends for several meters beyond the physical body. More than that, the coherence between heart rhythm, breathing patterns, and emotional states determines the quality of this field and the way it interacts with the environment. This coherence does not happen by chance. It is deeply influenced by key centers in the body. The diaphragm, for example, acts as a direct regulator of this balance. The polyvagal theory, developed by Stephen Porges, demonstrates that conscious breathing, by engaging the vagus nerve, modulates both physiological and vibrational states to which the quantum field responds. Somatic psychology also brings valuable evidence. Research shows that chronic blockages in the sacral center and diaphragm fragment the flow of energy, preventing the body from sustaining a stable and receptive vibrational pattern. When you understand and integrate these findings, a new paradigm is revealed. The body does not merely reflect your vibrational state, it builds it. And an awakened vibrational axis is the key to making the quantum field resonate with your intention. Breathe, vibrate, feel. No mental technique will replace the vibrational state your body imprints on the field. The triad you are about to awaken, the sacral center, the thymus, and the diaphragm, is the silent foundation of coherent manifestation. Start with the base. The sacral center is the reservoir of your life force, but for many, it remains dormant, dulled by layers of tension and fear. To activate it, you must reconnect with your primal pulse. Sit with your spine upright. Bring your attention to the base of your pelvis. Begin to breathe deeply, visualizing a warm, vibrant light pulsing at the center of your sacral area. As you inhale, imagine this light expanding. As you exhale, release any tension that arises. Do not rush. The body holds memories, and the sacral center is one of its main vibrational vaults. As you breathe, notice subtle sensations emerging: warmth, tingling, a dense vibration that gradually softens. This exercise is not symbolic. It generates a neuroquantum impulse that activates the primary axis of manifestation. As the sacral center begins to unblock, life force energy starts to circulate more powerfully. Repeat this practice daily. Dedicate at least 5 minutes to this activation. Over time, you will feel the base of your body becoming more alive, grounded, radiating a stable frequency into the field. Now that the foundation has been awakened, you are ready to rise along the axis and access a new level of vibrational coherence. The foundation is anchored, but without refined quality, the energy circulating will remain raw and without direction. The next center is responsible for shaping this energy into a harmonious pattern capable of interacting with the quantum field. At the center of the chest lies the thymus, a subtle portal that influences the electromagnetic field of the heart. This is not a mere physiological detail. It is a point of conversion where emotional states are transformed into energetic patterns perceived by the field. When neglected, the thymus allows dense emotions to contaminate the signal you project. When activated, it acts as a filter of purity, elevating the quality of the frequency emitted. To awaken this center, place your fingers in the center of your chest. Begin with slow, deep breaths. Then, apply gentle, rhythmic taps on the thymus with the intention of activating its energetic intelligence. At the same time, evoke a genuinely elevated emotion: gratitude, reverence, compassion. This is not about forcing a feeling, but allowing it to arise naturally. Now, regulate your breath. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale to the count of 6. This rhythm creates synchrony between the heart, lungs, and nervous system, a condition that science has already shown to be essential for stabilizing the personal energy field. Visualize a sphere of golden light expanding from the center of your chest. Feel this light surrounding your field, nourishing it with clarity and stability. By practicing this activation regularly, you will be refining the vibrational message that the quantum field receives, turning your body into a true conscious transmitter. With your field now tuned to a purer quality, there remains one final element to consolidate the vibrational flow: the diaphragm. This center acts as a true metronome of energy. Its internal rhythm shapes the pattern that propagates through the field. When the diaphragm is blocked, the breath becomes shallow and irregular. This fragments the vibration, creating an unstable field. But a free and rhythmic diaphragm establishes a continuous and coherent flow of energy. To release this center, lie down comfortably or sit with your spine upright. Place one hand on your abdomen, just below the rib cage. Begin by breathing consciously, observing the movement of your diaphragm with each inhale and exhale. As you breathe, bring your attention to any tensions or resistance. Do not try to force relaxation. Simply observe and allow the movement to gradually become wider and more natural. Now, adopt a specific rhythm. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold for 2. Exhale to the count of 6. This cadence helps to unlock unconscious contraction patterns and supports the vertical flow of energy. As you maintain this breath, visualize a stream of energy rising from the sacral center, passing through the thymus, and flowing freely through the diaphragm, like a continuous vibrational river. Practice this breathing exercise daily. Over time, you will notice that your entire body breathes more fully, and your field will become a reflection of this internal state of openness and flow. By aligning the sacral center, thymus, and diaphragm, you are not merely activating isolated centers. You are integrating an axis of manifestation capable of transforming the way you interact with reality. Blake had always been a man attentive to details, but in recent months, something had changed. No matter how closely he observed patterns in the external world, a restlessness was growing within him, as if the flow of life had become opaque. He did not understand it. Projects that had once moved forward with ease were now stalling without apparent cause. Relationships that had once been vibrant were cooling for no reason. Time seemed to fold around him, and everything took on a muted, disconnected tone. It was on a quiet afternoon, by chance, that a phrase resonated in an audio he was listening to. "Your body is not keeping up with your mind." The phrase struck his reasoning like a sudden spark. Without fully understanding it, he decided to investigate. He discovered that there was something deeper, a hidden axis that regulated the field he was emitting, and that this axis passed through the body, not through the mind. In the days that followed, he began to explore practices that would awaken this axis: the sacral center, the thymus, and the diaphragm, not as yet another mental ritual, but as a deep dive into feeling. In the third week, while walking through the park he often visited, he felt something new. It was as if the air around him had changed in texture. Interactions began to flow more naturally. Coincidences began to occur again. But the greatest change was internal. Blake no longer felt the need to push reality. He was grounded, present, with a stable field. And from that moment on, everything began to move with a natural ease he had never experienced before. As you begin to apply the activation of the Triad, a recurring obstacle may arise, and it is not technical, it is internal. Many experience, in the first few days, a subtle resistance that makes them doubt the process. This resistance manifests as impatience, discomfort, or the false sense that nothing significant is happening. It is a trap of mental conditioning. The body operates on a different timeline from thought, and by trying to force it to show quick results, you undermine the depth of the practice. Here is a truth that few speak of. In the first encounters with the vibrational axis, the body is releasing memories, tensions, and old patterns of retention. This process is not always immediately perceptible. Sometimes it is felt as tiredness, boredom, or distraction. This is the moment when many give up. The mind constantly seeks stimulation, but the field responds to consistency and stability. How can you transmute this? First, recognize this resistance is not a sign of failure, but a sign that you are reaching deep layers. When you feel discomfort or impatience, do not stop, observe. Breathe through the sensation. Second, let go of rigid expectations. Replace the focus on feeling results with a commitment to the practice itself. Make the act of activating the sacral center, thymus, and diaphragm a silent art, free of pressure. Finally, establish a small ritual to help sustain the practice during moments of resistance. Set a fixed time, create a supportive environment, and hold a clear intention. When the body finds safety in the ritual, it opens more easily. Never forget this: you are capable. Your body holds deep vibrational intelligence. With patience and presence, this triad will not only become activated, it will transform the way you inhabit the quantum field. By reaching this point, you have accessed more than a set of information. You have touched the foundation of knowledge with the power to transform how you exist in the world. For a long time, manifestation was treated as a game of the mind. But now you know it is a vibrational art, and your body is the instrument that conducts this art. The axis of the sacral center, thymus and diaphragm, is not an abstraction. It is a concrete path, a channel where energy, intention, and consciousness merge into a frequency that the quantum field recognizes and responds to. Each practice you have performed, each breath, each touch, has not only created an immediate effect, it has imprinted a new pattern on your field. A pattern that will begin to reorganize the invisible threads of reality around you. But the journey does not end here, it begins. What you have discovered is a portal, and every time you return to it, you will be deepening the flow between body, field, and creation. The deepest transformation will come through continuity. The consistency in activating the triad will turn your body into an increasingly powerful and refined transmitter. And when this happens, manifestation is no longer an effort. It becomes resonance. It becomes a fluid dialogue between what you vibrate and what reality reflects back to you. There is a phrase by Lao Tzu that illustrates this wisdom: simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. In the practice of the axis, simplicity is precisely what creates the purest and most powerful field. Now you hold in your hands a path that few know, a path that does not rely on beliefs or empty promises, but on a real alignment between your biology and your vibrational being. The choice is yours, to let this knowledge fall asleep or to integrate it into your daily life, becoming a true architect of frequencies. May your vibration become your invisible legacy, and may the reality you create be the most authentic reflection of who you already are. If this content resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notifications. I would love to know how you feel this practice in your body. Write in the comments, "I activate the manifestation triad." By declaring this, you are not only affirming a commitment to your inner alignment, but anchoring this intention in the vibrational field we are all building here. Share this video with someone you know who needs to realign their inner axis. And click on the screen to watch another transformative video that will further expand your vibrational journey. The manifestation triad is not a concept, it is a living practice. And the more you integrate it, the more the universe will dance in harmony with you.